Today, we're working on my wife's third generation Toyota 4Runner, and today just happens to be bumper day. Brought to you in part by Alpine Toyota. Now, Jason over at Fractal Fabs was nice enough to hook us up with a rear bumper kit for one of these 4Runners. It is a weld-it-yourself kit, and unfortunately, didn't come with instructions. But that's okay, because it needs to be modified to work with the body lift that I have on this 4Runner anyways. So how about we start by taking off this makeshift bumper that I temporarily have put on this 4Runner and go from there. So looking at these first plates here, it looks like this guy here bends and would go underneath here like this. And I believe that's correct, because looking at these two holes here, there is two holes in the bottom of the frame here that have nuts on the inside from the factory that I can then screw into place. Just like so. And then this guy should bend up over here. But first, I'm going to take this back off, and I'm going to cut these little nubs in here where it bends just a little bit thinner to make bending this up and over even easier. That's convenient. Alright, well, apparently I made this guy too flimsy, so I've got to weld it back on. Now I'm going to use a clamp here. Push this guy tight, just like that. I'm going to weld this in a couple of spots, and then pull it off and finish welding it outside of the 4Runner. So now that these initial mounts are done and mounted, it's officially time to start modifying this kit. So because our 4Runner has a body lift, it's going to look really goofy if I build this kit, or build this bumper exactly how the kit kind of wants me to. I gotta raise these mounts. So I think my plan here is to actually cut this mount right here and move it up 1.5 inches and then weld it back together, plate it up, and yeah, it'll be done. Inch and a half. Let's weld it. Alright, now that we smoked out the place by welding up the mounts, it's time to make it start looking like a real bumper. So this guy then goes on to here. Yeah, let's check it out. If I didn't raise those mounts, there would be an 1.5 inch gap here. This looks really good. This guy needs to bend down 90 degrees to match up to this guy. And then this guy looks like he goes at a 45 down after that. That's still hot. I guess we'll cut away at those tabs again. Come on. Bend it up. Is that 90 degrees? A little bit more. Done. Done. Okay. Heck yeah. 26.25. 26. It's centered. Perfect. I'm gonna tack this guy here, here, try to get underneath. Cut these guys a little bit and try to bend the bottom under now. Now comes the part where I get to like super duper wing it off of photos. I think this piece here goes around the corner kind of like this. And I think this might be the plate that comes in and kind of caps off the corner like this. Gonna gotta tack it and hope for the best. Looks like a corner. I would assume these big old wing looking pieces go on the end. Looks like that guy, that little notch, yeah, welds in there. That kind of caps it off. So this has got a, top's got to be bent at nearly, what, 90 degrees almost. And that bottom one bends in, even further down bends. Yeah, this looks super straightforward. Let's start by bending the top and welding this to this. Broke it completely. All right. That's cool too. Next plan. Hold it in place, tack it, weld back on top. I'm gonna try bending this. Alright, so after getting this like corner piece, wraparound piece welded into place here, well, tacked mostly, I went crazy and kind of just did a whole bunch more welding around this bumper. Not fully welded it in, but enough to really give it some stiffness. Stiffness? Yeah, to make it stiffer. Anyways, looks like the last piece of the puzzle here is to fold this guy down. And then there's another triangle piece that comes in here. And I think once this triangle piece is welded in here, that is what is actually going to give this corner piece its shape and rigidity. If I force this side up and over where I want it to be, this triangulation will kind of force it to stay there. Yeah, I think. Totally bumped the camera. I don't know what you saw. I bent this guy, and now I've got the jack forcing this up where I want it to live. And now, if I weld in here, because the triangle won't fit as is, needs to be cut a lot. If my theory's correct, it'll hold in place. Alright, I was wrong. It was a nice theory though. We'll make this triangle work now. Check it out. It is, well, it's all together. Now it's time to cue the awesome finish welding montage because there's a lot of seams to fill. It's time for the last step in this process, and that is paint. And of course, we're using a rubberized texture coating to make all the welds look decent. These go down, yep. You like it? That was all you being aggressive. You jumped into it. You like it?
I do like it.
Awesome. Alright, as you can see, bumper's on, it's all painted, and hey, I think it looks pretty freaking great. If you guys want one of these bumpers for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below to Fractal Fab's Instagram. Send him a message, he'll get you hooked up. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Dirt.Garage, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you do me a huge favor, smash that thumbs up button, and hey, consider subscribing. I upload weekly Toyota, building, wheeling, and off-roading content. Anyways, I'll catch you next week. Peace.
Yeah, let's go. I'ma make a couple stacks, do exactly what I want to. Mix a couple tracks, get a lady that I'm drawn to. Turn up to the max, get it faded till I'm gone, dude. I do what I want, couldn't stop me if you wanted to. I just work hard, yeah, harder than the rest. Some people say I'm lucky, others saying that I'm